I wonder, since we only have one example of life, do we even have the knowledge at this point to be able to accurately define life? I love to use an example that Carol Cleland, a philosopher at the University of Colorado, brought to my attention. When Da Vinci was asked to define water, he described it as sometimes sweet, sometimes salty, sometimes opaque, sometimes clear, sometimes bringing pestilence, and so on. Now, that sounds very charming and archaic to us, because if I ask you what water is, you'd say H2O. We now have the scientific knowledge to very simply be able to define water. But what I wonder is, since we don't have, we certainly are not at that stage right now that we can do an H2O definition for life. But what I wonder is there a H2O definition for life that we will arrive at someday? Or is it a sort of process that is a unique example here, and it's going to be very difficult to give it some kind of essential H2O definition? And if I'm right about that, if there is no essence of being alive, that it's something that we can describe but is not a natural kind, we have to face the fact that to some extent what we call life is something that's a matter of taste. And therefore, if we find life elsewhere, they may not consider us alive in their definition.